Bitcoin is going ballistic, setting another new all-time high, and it is absolutely ripping. And if history rhymes, Bitcoin will be over 100K by the end of this month. Bitcoin's supply is dwindling, and the global race to acquire Bitcoin is about to kick into hyperdrive. MicroStrategy's stock price appears to have chosen violence as well, and would you look at that? They just scooped up another $2 billion worth of Bitcoin. You better buckle up. The mother of all supply shocks is here, and the levee is about to break. Take your models, throw them in the garbage, and stay until the finish, because we have massive news. Massive stealth accumulation by nation states, well, it's happening right now. And if that means, well, what it means, we could be looking at not $1 million Bitcoin, not $2 million Bitcoin, but $7 million Bitcoin. And a lot faster than I think anyone could have ever imagined. I'm Rustin, the head of news at Simply Bitcoin, and I hope you're ready, because it's time to send it!
Bitcoin's a commodity, right? The SEC said it's a commodity. It is a commodity. One coin's the same as the next. Okay. Every commodity in the world, if you increase its price, the supply goes up. If gold went to $10,000 tomorrow, we'd mine more gold. If corn went up, if oil went to $300 a barrel, we'd drill for more oil. Higher price, you would get more. No matter where the price of Bitcoin goes, the issuance schedule is set. There's not going to be any more. That's unique. The world has never seen anything that really kind of looks like this, which is why Bitcoin from inception has grown at 145% compound annually. And it's got a lower Sharpe ratio than any other asset. I mean, this is an amazing beast, but it's volatile, and to some it's scary, and I get all of that. But, I've long contended that anybody who has zero of this is really, really missing the most asymmetric bet that I've ever seen in 40 plus years of trying to make asymmetric bets.
Lawrence Lepard was right then, and he's right now, because the biggest risk anyone could take right now is not to hold Bitcoin. What is absolutely insane is that is becoming a growing consensus. Look at this news from NYDIG. There are no excuses to avoid Bitcoin. So now the new risk is not holding Bitcoin. And of course, NYDIG, right? Those are Bitcoin companies. Well, what about this? Just in this morning, $725 billion Bernstein urges investors to add exposure to Bitcoin as soon as possible. Oh, that's just a one-off. Well, boom. Standard Chartered is saying the Bitcoin market could reach 10 trillion by 2026. You may want to get some in case it catches on or something.
Let's find out what wealthy investors think with Barbara Goodstein, managing partner at R360, an ultra-wealthy community for centimillionaires. Barbara, good morning. Great to have you here. BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF, it now has more assets under management than their gold ETF. Of course, we know gold is a safe haven. I know a lot of your investors, they hold gold as well. What's their sentiment when it comes to Bitcoin? And are they doing it directly or through ETF?
We're very high on Bitcoin, and we've been talking about Bitcoin for the past few years. We recommend doing it directly because you don't pay taxes if you're doing it directly, so that's a big difference. But we think that Bitcoin could become the next strategic reserve asset. So the country now holds 232,000 Bitcoin. We think that Trump could bump that up to over 1 million.
Bears are getting absolutely obliterated and just in over 1.56 billion in shorts while they face liquidation at 85K, and we're just knocking on that door right now.
The Bears.
And you know who's laughing at the Bears all the way to becoming a $1 trillion company by adopting the Bitcoin standard? MicroStrategy, who just bought 27,200 BTC worth $2 billion, and they now hodl 279,420 Bitcoin. And these numbers are going to go way up, but as of this morning, MicroStrategy's Bitcoin portfolio soars past 20 billion as Bitcoin reaches new record highs. Guys, do you think Giga Chad was lying when he was educating Laura?
It's going up forever, Laura. Forever.
That's right. Number go up and laser eyes are forever. And look alive, because it looks like Bitcoin is about to flip silver in like the next day or two. That's nothing. That's chump change, because Bitcoin, as Max Kaiser said, is demonetizing gold. It took 10 months. Just look at the chart. This is a global paradigm shift. I mean, what was that thing Larry Fink said? Digital gold, flight to quality. Roll it!
We are hearing from clients around the world about the need for crypto. I mean, when you think about, I think some of this rally is way beyond the rumor. I think the rally today is about a flight to quality, whether that is in treasuries, gold or crypto, depending on how you think about it. And I believe crypto will play that type of role as a flight to quality.
Now, we already know about the leak, the earnings call, massively bullish, but what about this rocketing towards 100K? Well, guess what? Bitcoin is up 26% in 28 days, another 25%, and Bitcoin will smash through 100K. And if history rhymes, it's pretty much set in stone. The average return for Bitcoin in November is 44.21%. Currently, we're only up by 15.57. We still got a lot of room to run.
A few moments later.
Would you look at that? We fucking made it! Send it! And look who's bullish on Bitcoin too. Oh, Jamie. JP Morgan sees Trump's Bitcoin and crypto deregulation as a win for U.S. banks. They all bend the knee eventually. Guys, I would like you to take a moment to congratulate yourself right now because, well, you're winning so fucking hard. It's time to salute yourselves and prepare to go next level Super Saiyan.
I want to thank me. I want to thank me for believing in me. I want to thank me for doing all this hard work. I want to thank me for having no days off. I want to thank me for never quitting. I want to thank me for always being a giver and trying to give more than I receive. I want to thank me for trying to do more right than wrong. I want to thank me for just being me at all times.
Speaking of next level, why don't we check in on El Salvador? That's what winning looks like. El Salvador is now 200 million in profit on their Bitcoin bet, and Bitcoin is up 5x since El Salvador started buying 1 Bitcoin a day. Bukele is an absolute legend. Oh, and let's not forget about this. It's been just about 2 years since Trudeau and his merry band of imbeciles said Bitcoin was irresponsible. Well, back then, Bitcoin's price was between 21 and 25K Canadian. Bitcoin's price now is 106K Canadian. All right, now let's get to the big stuff. There are rumblings that the global race for Bitcoin is beginning, and, well, there isn't a lot of Bitcoin to go around. We have 2 massively bullish predictions that are against all the odds. They're lining up, and both of them may make Saylor's $10 million by 2045 look like a normie bet at this point. But before we bring it home, look at our likes!
I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Enjoying the show? Don't forget to like and subscribe for the best in Bitcoin news delivered to you daily. Give us a pap while we take a second to recognize our sponsors, the masters of Bitcoin security and self-sovereignty, the Bitcoin way. If you're looking to learn how to Bitcoin, how to properly secure your Bitcoin, you might want to head on over to the newly revamped Bitcoin Way website where you can begin your road to Bitcoin sovereignty today. If you're looking to schedule a free 30-minute consultation, go ahead and use that link below in the show notes. Big finish time. This is massive. There is at least one nation state that has been actively acquiring Bitcoin and is now a top 5 holder. Hopefully we hear from them soon. That is absolutely massive. And with this oil talk, it makes me wonder if the Petrosat is just around the corner. Take a look at that. It's getting absolutely insane. What's obvious right now is that nobody is bullish enough. Is this the prophetic supercycle? Is it happening? Let us know what you think below. But here's what Jan 3 CEO Samson Mao is thinking. Samson Mao sees Bitcoin at 7 million per coin within this decade and fueled by nation-state adoption. Well, bad news for the bears. He may not be far off. And I think just about everyone is short on what Bitcoin could achieve this cycle. And it goes beyond price. I'm going to get to that in a moment, but don't fail to recognize what you have helped achieve. Check out this clip.
I'm not one of these Bitcoiners who's like, we'll see, bro. We'll see if Trump does it. Like, no, he's going to be free. It's a campaign promise. We put up serious money and we went to bat for Trump, and now we're going to get Ross out. And the reason it's important to us, this is what I told the production crew, is because, yes, all those things are true. It's a miscarriage of justice, etc. But what it shows is that we are ascendant politically, that we matter, that we're important. Things weren't supposed to happen this way, and then they happened this way. The state condemned a man to slow death, double life imprisonment, and we said, no, you don't get to do that. We got to rewrite the rules of the game as the game was being played. And it shows that we don't have to just sit there and take it. I mean, imagine the timeline where Bitcoin goes to 0. In that timeline, Ross rots in prison for the rest of his life. But we're in the good timeline where Bitcoin is at 76K and Ross is free in 2.5 months. And I mean, it just shows that we are going to be players in the world. You're not going to be off in the woods with your cold card shoved up your ass.
American Hodl nails it, and we're just weeks away from a free Ross, but also the world's most bullish game. The nation states don't want Trump and the U.S. to be the only pro-Bitcoin leader on the world stage. The global accumulation race has begun. 99.9% of the world is coming for your Bitcoin. Are you ready? Trillions are coming. You think you missed the party? Oh, the party's just getting started.
If you're new here, just start stacking your heart out. Like, get as much Bitcoin as you fucking can. This thing is a runaway freight train, and you're not going to be able to catch it. Like, I bet it's true for me. I bet it's true for Walker that, like, when we first got here, I should have gone so much harder. And I did go hard, but I didn't go as hard as I fucking should have. I should have gone 10 times harder. Become a crazy person. If people in your life are not showing you active disdain, you're not stacking hard enough. If you're still invited to family Thanksgiving, you're not stacking hard enough. If people are not making fun of you for brown bagging you're not stacking hard enough. If your car is younger than Bitcoin, you're not stacking hard enough. Okay? If you don't have a second job, you're not stacking hard enough. If you're just not stacking hard enough.
What's the ultimate bullish scenario? Well, this is how it plays out. Bitcoin supply shock, entering it right now. Retail and Wall Street gets FOMO, coming. Bitcoin flips gold. Countries start to print. Bitcoin flips bonds. Bitcoin flips equity. Bitcoin flips real estate. And then Bitcoin becomes a global currency. What are we looking at there? We're looking at about a $20 million Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the cheat code. And game theory is going to force everyone else to use that cheat code or go bankrupt. The race is about to start. Buckle up. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Be sure to click here to keep that bullish party going. Strap in, lads. The holla waits. Catch y'all next time. Peace.
If you prefer to go down with the ship, you.